Here in Gothenburg, the 8 competing parties are actually campaigning together. It's very joyful, people are talking together, you don't really see any political differences. It more or less feels like a Christmas market, and I think this is campaigning the Swedish way.
It all looks peaceful, but this year it's different. The Sweden Democrats, with roots in the neo-Nazi movement, is stirring up Swedish politics. According to their leader, the country needs to be saved.
Mitt namn är Jimmy Åkesson och jag kommer göra allt för att reda ut det kaos som ni socialdemokrater och ni moderater har skapat.
Åkesson is 39 years old, but an even younger generation is already knocking on the doors of parliament. Tobias Andersson is the president of the youth wing of the Sweden Democrats. At 22 years old, he is almost certain to become one of the youngest Swedish MPs.
Why did you choose to go into politics?
It happened by mistake. I saw certain issues in the country when it came to segregation, to criminal rates and so on, that I really felt that I could help and that I could do something about that.
I see actually a very happy country, very rich country. What do you think are the problems this society is facing now today?
Well, it's segregation and when it comes to criminal acts. I mean, we have an issue right now with high amounts of sexual assaults and rapes and so on, and that's obviously safety is the biggest issue this country is facing, and to a far extent that is has been going on as a consequence because of the migration policies that we've had.
There's actually no proof that immigration and crime in Sweden are linked, and although there is a light increase in crime in general, compared to other European countries, Sweden is still relatively safe.
I don't want to compare Sweden to other countries. I want Sweden to be safe, and I want people to feel safe in Sweden. And then it doesn't matter for me how the criminal rates are looking in other European countries.
The Sweden Democrats could become the kingmakers of a new government after the elections, but the party prefers not to govern.
I'm quite sure that the other parties will do their best to put us out of government and make sure that we are not a part of it. But we've been the only opposition for 4 years, and that has really been good for our as a party.
Tobias, we can just see the roof of the parliament. That's probably where you will be working in a couple of weeks from now, right?
That's true.
What are you going to do on the first day as a Swedish MP?
Well, I'm gonna take a sleeping the day after.
Over the past 5 years, Sweden took in almost 700,000 refugees and migrants. This may worry Tobias Andersson and the Swedish Democrats, but many newcomers integrate successfully. One of them is Hussam Al-Homsi. Just 3 years ago, he arrived in Sweden as a war refugee from Syria. He now speaks Swedish fluently and is a consultant at Deloitte in Stockholm.
We are in Sweden, and in Sweden people speak Swedish, and everybody obviously want to speak their own language, which is something I respect, of course. I started speaking with people in Swedish, of course making a lot of mistakes. A lot of the time was funny. I would say something sometimes embarrassing, but people would know that I'm just trying to speak. The attitude that people has against immigration, the stress that people has when they start talking about immigration and immigrants and integration. Obviously, these are very hot topics, but I respect that people are scared. People see problems and they want to fix it.
Do you see a future for yourself here in Sweden?
Of course, I like it, and I would love to stay. We're getting into the election right now, and who knows what's going to happen. I have very good friends and network, and I have normal life here, nice life here. So I'd like to continue and stay.
Hussam and Tobias might be each other's ideological opposites, but they also have a lot in common. They are two ambitious, well-spoken young men who are passionate about Sweden and concerned about its future. In another political climate, they might have been friends. This Sunday, Swedish voters will decide which path the prosperous Nordic nation will take.